What's going on, everyone? So, Jennifer Love Hewitt is back for I Know What You Did Last Summer. So, Jennifer Love Hewitt will return for I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's never too late to go back. Julie James is returning. I Know What You Will Be Doing Next Summer. Jennifer Love Hewitt. This is from her herself. Posted this image with her looking in the mirror. All these, little sticky notes or whatever that say, I know what you did last summer. I know what you did last summer. But I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of see what is going to happen with her character. Where is she at? Freddie Prinze Jr. already appeared to film or finish filming in Australia. Now, that doesn't mean he won't be back. That doesn't mean that, they're not going to be filming at other locations, right? It's very possible that he could have filmed all the scenes that he is going to do by himself. And it's like, okay, well, now we got to wait for Jennifer, go home, relax, take some time off, enjoy the holidays, and then come back and get Jennifer Love Hewitt, and then they'll film her probably, solo scenes, and then get them both together to do their things. That's probably my guess. Again, could be completely wrong, just a guess. But like I said, you have to have Jennifer Love Hewitt in this film. You cannot not do that, right? Like, you can't be in that position to where, you're having this legacy film and then not have the legacy character, especially when Jennifer Love Hewitt was the one that teased it before anybody. Right? What was this, 2 years ago now? Something like that? There was, murmurs about this, and she said that she'd be game. Freddie Prinze Jr. was like, oh, they haven't reached out to me or talked to me or nothing like that. There was this whole thing, but Jennifer Love Hewitt talked about how she's game. She did an interview, a week or two ago, talking about how she wants to do it, but she doesn't want to just be a cameo, right? She wants to do right by it. She doesn't want to be in the film for 5 minutes or anything. She wants to actually be able to take the time. But they had to work out her schedule because she's on that show 911. And so, they have to kind of accommodate that. But you do. Whatever you have to do to get Julie James back, who, is Jennifer Love Hewitt's character, whatever you have to do to get her back, you have to do to get her back. Right? And you need to make sure that you have, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer. Because I don't want to see another legacy film where they are lackluster with the legacy characters. Right? That's just been such a issue with these, kind of requels or, direct sequels and stuff where, you look at The Exorcist, The Beginning, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's just get all these characters, do all these legacy, and you get them back, and it's terrible. I mean, even Scream to an extent, right? I thought they did a good job with Dewey, although the story didn't really make sense. The story should have been reversed, where it was Gale, not Dewey, that left, but I digress. This is a I Know What You Did Last Summer video, but, they did a good job of that, but Sydney had no reason to be in that film. There was nothing, she added no substance to that film outside of being in that film, right? She had cool scenes of her shooting through the door or whatever. Yeah, that's cool, but anybody could have done that. Could have had, one of a cop or something like that do that. Judy could have survived and done that. Her saving the day. You knew Mindy was alive, so you could have just done that. It made no sense. And then Scream 6, she wasn't even in the film. And then Scream 6 with Gale. Gale didn't need to be in that movie literally. I mean, at least Sydney had some quality scenes. Gale was completely pointless. The only thing she did was discover the shrine room. And then 10 minutes later, they revealed that she didn't even have to do that. It didn't spoil plans. It literally did nothing. It added no value to the movie because the killer was going to reveal it anyway. The killer was going to take them to it anyway. So it was pointless. I don't want to see that with I Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't want to see that with Julie James. I don't want to see that with Freddie Prinze Jr. I want them to actually serve a point and purpose in this film, right? Halloween, I thought, did a really good job with Jamie Lee Curtis and Laurie Strode. Although Halloween Kills and especially Halloween Ends, the films themselves are very questionable. 18 was really good. 18 was probably one of the better kind of requel films that we've gotten. It felt like a Halloween film, kind of got back to, basics in a lot of ways, right? I thought that was the approach. And I think that that's the approach you need to take here, right? Kind of just keep it simple, get back to the basics. I think you have a real opportunity here because you have no idea who the killer is, right? Even the original I Know What You Did Last Summer, yeah, it was part of the craze of, Scream and stuff. I mean, it was even made by Kevin Williamson, right? But you had these, maybe it's, the guy from Big Bang Theory's character, or maybe it's, Ray, or maybe, it just, really, but if you knew, if you just watched the trailer, or you knew who it was. I mean, the story itself told you what it was. Kids hit guy doesn't die, guy comes back to kill kids, right? Like, it was about as simple and straightforward as it gets. Like, you knew who it was. And I mean, there literally are shots where you can see his face, right? Especially I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer didn't make any attempt to try to hide who the killer was, right? I mean, even in the trailer, you got like a close-up look at his face in the slicker, right? They made no attempts to hide that it was Ben Willis. However, the twist was that it was Will Benson. Get it? Will Benson, right? Like, that was the whole thing, right? That was the shock. That was the, oh, no way, right? Like, this go around, you have a million ways that you could approach it. Obviously, it could be, somebody from Ben Willis's family, or maybe it's somebody that knew from the beginning, but just never came out, or one of the kids discovered the secret and was just crazy, right? Or you could just do the copycat route where, they're just, why are they targeting Ray and Julie and her kids? Because Ray and Julie were the first ones, were the original victims, right? Maybe the hookman's kind of become this urban legend, and it's like, let's recreate it, right? And you have like this anniversary style film. You have an opportunity here to really just do something that this franchise has never really done. You got an opportunity here to do something this franchise has never really gotten. Tell a story that, is very different to what we're accustomed to, and actually really play into the whodunit element, that to a way that you never really got to do, right? We knew who it was. It was just trying to figure, like, if you watch the original I Know What You Did Summer, from essentially the jump, you knew that it was the guy that they hit. You were just trying to figure out who the guy that they hit was, just like Julie and Ray were trying to figure out, right? And so I think that that's kind of, like, you can go a completely different route here. I hope it's not like a carbon copy film where it's like a similar, like, I hope they don't do something where, like, Ray and Julie's kids end up doing the same thing and end up hitting somebody. Like, I don't want to see this be silly. To me, keep it simple. Keep it straightforward, right? Got Julie James, you got Ray, right? They're married, even if they're separated, whatever, however you want to approach it. I think it'd be cool if they were married together, kind of see that dynamic. Like, are they a happy couple? Are they kind of miserable together? Are they kind of just complete opposites, right? How is Julie as a mother, as a wife? How is Ray as a husband, as a father, right? Like, are they a little overprotective because of the hookman? Are they not? Like, whatever, right? Like, same thing with Scream, right? I'm excited for Scream 7 because you have this family dynamic, right? It's like, okay, how is Sydney as a mother? How is Sydney as a wife, right? How is, Mark Kincaid as a father? How is Mark Kincaid as a wife? You have these parallels with these two films that I think both had the opportunity to really kind of capitalize on and tell a good convincing story with both on. And I don't want to see them sort of fumble the bag here a little bit, right? Like, keep it simple, keep them in order, keep the hookman a mystery, kind of have this whodunit element. Obviously, we know it's not Julie and Ray, but, it could be their daughter. I hope not. I hope it's not like their kid or something like that. That would, but I said the same thing for Scream, right? But, kind of, my point is, like, you play into kind of the red herring. You play into the mystery of, oh, is it them? Is it like, is one of them like Ben Willis's grandkids or something like that? Is it Ben Willis? But no, Ben Willis would be like 80 at this point, right? Like, is he really running around just killing all these people, right? Like, you can kind of play it up and play into it a little bit. And I think that that's a good approach. I think that kind of gives you an opportunity for a very new creative style of I Know What You Did Last Summer, and really kind of add a new layer to it. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see kind of how this plays out and what the approach is, and how they're going to fill this. And now that we know that we got Jennifer Love Hewitt back, playing Julie James, I think that is great too. Because, like I said, you there's no way you can't have this film and not have her in it, right? Like, luckily they were able to get it. Because my concern was, like, you already got a release date, you already got all these things, but you don't have the literal face of the franchise locked up. You don't have her ready to go. But now that we know, okay, she's going to be in it, she's going to be back, gives you some level of comfort a little bit, or at least me. Maybe you feel different, maybe you feel a different way, but I'm excited to see how this plays out. I'm excited to look into it. But as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Hey, Phil, what are your thoughts? You excited that Jennifer Love Hewitt Is Back, that she's going to be in the upcoming I Know What You Did Last Summer. Were you ever in doubt? I wasn't ever in doubt. I just was worried, how much is she actually going to be in this film now, right? They've already started filming, like Freddie Prinze Jr.'s already gone, so like, are they ever going to have, and there's still that question, like, are they going to actually have scenes together? Like, are they going to film it separately and kind of, but, you know, they'll digitize them together or whatever? Like, how are they going to approach that? Like I just had my concerns. I have my questions. But again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear yours. So let me know, please, down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.